Okay.
Good morning from the Norwegian dawn. I made a huge mistake today. I should have got off earlier because there's so many people just sitting around waiting to get the tender boats. So the tender boat it's a tiny boat that takes you from the ship to the dock because the dock is not big enough to take the ship. And I should have got off earlier. So right now I'm waiting in the atrium, and just down there's a huge line of people waiting to take tender boats. And there are tender boats available, but they're taking the tour groups first. So everybody's just kind of sitting around. Between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. this morning, they had an early bird. That means that you don't need a tender ticket, you just go there and get on a tender boat. And then they said that after 8 o'clock, they're going to start taking the tour groups. That means the tender tickets, which I have, they're pretty much at the back of the queue because the tour groups need to go first. So the time now is currently 8:50. I should have got off before 8 because we don't know how long we need to wait to get off, because I have tender ticket number 8, and I think the last one they called was 6, but that was an hour ago. So they're still taking the tour groups. We don't know when tender tickets can go off. So we have arrived in Dublin Island's over there, and you can see that people are getting on smaller boats and going to the shore because the port is not big enough to take the big ship. And there's boats going, but they're taking the tour groups first. Completely my fault, should have got off earlier, but there's so many people getting mad because it's probably been an hour since they last called the last tender ticket because they've been taking tours. So still waiting. They just made an announcement to say that there's strong winds, so that's delaying the tender boats. You can't do anything about that. People getting mad for no reason. Can't do anything about the weather, but we're just waiting. You can see the small boats coming back to the ship, so hopefully they can pick some people up. But yeah, the strong winds are slowing us down.
Our government
It is now 9:35, no movement. The line has not moved. I'm standing next to guest services right here and I'm listening to the conversations. So many people are complaining. It's not Norwegian Cruise Line's fault that it's windy, and it's your fault that you didn't get off with an early bird where you didn't need a tender ticket. It's crazy listening to people complain, but there's nothing you can do about it. Just wait. Your vacation is not going to be perfect. It's nobody's fault. If anything, it's your fault for not getting off early, but it's nobody's fault that it's windy. Just wait patiently.
Yes, at this time we are filling in the big tender boat and we are waiting for the other tender boats to return back to the ship. Thank you all for your patience. Once again, everybody, at this time we have 726 guests on board. We are waiting. We are filling in the bigger tender boat and we are waiting for other tender boats to return back to the ship. This is a quick update for all the guests. Thank you.
We've gone down 2 whole floors.
Thank you.
Right up.
Welcome to Dun Leary. Still not in Dublin. Going to try and take the train to Dublin right now. I have a funny story to tell you. Welcome to the Dun Leary train station. They said it's 9 stops to the centre of Dublin. I just got recognised. I still can't believe it. It absolutely made my day. So I'm standing there to get off the ship. You have to scan your card. So I scan it and I say thank you, and he says thank you, Mr. Ben. And then the lady in front of me turns around and says, I watch your YouTube channel. I was like, what? I was like, wow, you're the first person to ever recognize me from YouTube. It made me so happy. But what are the chances? One, me and her are on the same ship, but 2, we're literally next to each other in line getting off the ship. Like, what are the chances of that? But that made my day. I forgot to ask her name, so hopefully I'll see her again. But if you're watching, thank you so much. She was so kind, she was so friendly. But the train the other way just came in, so we're waiting for the train to Dublin. 5 minutes. So the tender, it was about 20 minutes. It was a rocky ride. So you can see, like, people are pretty much packed in there, but everyone was just happy just to get off the ship because it took a long time. And is it Norwegian's fault? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So people complaining to Norwegian that they have excursions, whatever, it's not Norwegian's fault that it's windy. Calm down, relax, you're on a cruise, life always goes on. Some people I do have sympathy for is the people that have a private excursion, so not an excursion booked through Norwegian Cruise Line. Say for example, they have an excursion booked at 10 o'clock. They expected to get off the ship at 7, 8, 9, whatever, but they couldn't get off until now. So it's now 10:30, so they missed their excursion. Norwegian Cruise Line doesn't need to help you because you booked it not through them. Those people I can understand, I have sympathy for them, but what are you gonna do? Shout at guest services is not gonna help you. And I did see someone shout at guest services because they have a private excursion starting at 10 o'clock, but they couldn't get off until after 10 o'clock. You should have got the early bird, you should have got off at 7, but you know, what are you gonna do? Shouting at guest services is not gonna do anything. Just calm down. You're gonna miss your tour. It's okay. This is your only time in Dublin. That's just bad luck. Anyway, life goes on. But yeah, that lady made my day, so thank you so much. I just got recognized. Wow.
Oh no, I didn't mind that part, it's fine. It was just like the whole...
The bus cost €5.20. It took 20 minutes. Welcome to Dublin. Of course, I'm going to drink Guinness in Dublin. I'm going to try and go to the Guinness Storehouse, which is like the factory. It is a bit of a walk from the train station, which I did know, but I don't have data on my phone, so I just asked a local and they said, just walk this way and you'll see it. One thing I have noticed about Dublin is homeless people. A lot of homeless people on the street, which is super, super sad. I've been here once before, so this is my second time in Dublin, and it's a great city. I love it. Very, very nice weather today, because the last time I was here, it was so cold. Just went past the Trinity College, Dublin, very, very famous. If you didn't know, the Republic of Ireland is not part of the UK, so they have euros here. They don't use the pounds like we do in England. If you go to Belfast, that's in Northern Ireland, it's part of the UK. So if you come to Dublin and you call the people here British, they will be very, very angry. First sign of Guinness. I'm almost at the Guinness Storehouse now. It's around a 30-minute walk from the city centre. By the way, there's going to be a link in the description to bags like this. Get a shoulder bag. I'm a firm believer. Don't go to a foreign country without your passport. Don't leave it on the ship. Take it with you. So I have my passport with me at all times. I have money in here. I have my charges. Everything I need to survive. If I need to get home or if I don't make it back to the ship, it stays with me. Don't go to a foreign country without your passport. Click the link in the description to get one of these bags. I don't know if this is like a bad part of the city or anything, but so many homeless people over here. It's so sad. I think this is definitely a different part of the city to where the train station is, where we got off the train. I'm almost there. I can see the sign. Hopefully I can get in. So the time now is 12:10, and I didn't make a reservation. I was going to make the reservation for like 10 o'clock this morning. I'm glad that I didn't because of all the mess with the tender boats, whatever. So hopefully I can get in without a reservation. I have been to a beer factory before. I've been to the factory for Qingdao beer in China, and Guinness has got to be the most famous beer in the world, right? Many tour buses and taxis here. It's a very popular place. And horse and carriage. Our tour starts in the ingredients room. This is barley. I'm gonna be completely honest at the beginning of the tour. I don't like Guinness. I've only had one pint of Guinness in my life and I didn't like it, but you know, it's iconic. We're gonna get a free pint of Guinness at the end of the tour. By the way, the ticket was 28 euros. Isn't that the most beautiful beer you've ever seen? That is perfect. Ooh, taste test. Oh, that's so good. Amazing, authentic. Oh yeah, now I like Guinness. That tastes amazing. I don't know what Guinness I had before, but this one is delicious. So good. Let me tell you about this place. So everyone gets a drink voucher when you get the ticket, and then you go to the 7th floor, which is the Gravity Bar. You just give your voucher, then you get a Guinness. That place is crazy up there. So many people. There's people sitting on the floor. Definitely not enough seats up there. But the people working here, they are not friendly. Nobody seems happy to be working here. I know it's busy, but you know, what are you going to do? But yeah, nobody's smiling, nobody's happy. But anyway, I came back down to the 5th floor. There's some restaurants down here, but there is no seats upstairs. So this is amazing. Cheers. There's so many glasses just spotted around everywhere. Back to the 1st floor. Let's take a quick look around the gift shop. There it is. All right, let's go. It is pouring with rain. I have no rain jacket. Forgot my umbrella, but that's okay. Where I come from, rain is a good thing. Anyway, that wasn't what I expected. I expected like to see conveyor belts with like beer being made and stuff. Like, you didn't see any of that. It was kind of like the history of Guinness. And was it worth going there just to realize that I do like Guinness? Yeah, it was. It wasn't too expensive, 28 euros. I was there for like an hour and a half. It's almost 2 p.m. now. Gonna walk back to the train station, gonna take the train back to the port, gonna take the tender back to the ship, and let's see how it goes, because yeah, it wasn't a smooth journey getting here, but that's okay. Life is good, it's raining, that's all right, life goes on. But anyway, let's take a walk back to the center of Dublin. This is like the original place where Guinness was made, and I can just imagine like workmen going down here every day for work. Like, these are the factories that I just picture, like big canisters, like big barrels of beer, and it happened right here in like 1700 or something. I think the original one was. So very interesting. I always find it funny because Guinness is from the guy's name. Like, his name's Arthur Guinness, but if his name was like Arthur Smith, like, imagine like I'm having a pint of Smith. Yeah, it just doesn't have that much of appeal, does it? Guinness sounds better. I'm sure there's a bus back to the center of Dublin, but we're gonna make one stop on the way. Whenever you get off the ship, make sure you know what time you need to be back. So the last tender back to the ship is at 6 p.m. It's currently 2, so I have plenty of time, and we're gonna stop by Dublin Castle. I could definitely play football in here. Look at this place. Soccer. You can go inside, there's a ticket office here, but we're just gonna go back to the ship. I like Dublin and I like Irish people, but the homeless people here, so many. So many. It's so sad to see. So there is the train station, and the tender port is just there, literally a 2-minute walk. Made it back to the tender port it is 2:50. So hopefully there's a tender waiting, because it's like a 20-minute tender ride back to the ship, and then it's lunchtime. We're gonna have a late lunch. That means another late dinner, but that's okay, no complaints. Hopefully the buffet's still open. I remember when I was on the Prima, Usually in a port day I would get back to the ship late, so then I'd have a late dinner so the buffet would stay open, I think until like 3:30 or something, but they would only have like burgers and fries, like they wouldn't have like a full buffet. So hopefully the Dawn has something like that, because gotta eat something as soon as we get back. We're gonna take a Dublin boat back to the ship. Made it back on board. It is 3:30. It took a long time to get the small boat docked next to the big boat because there were big waves. It was so windy, but we got it done. We're gonna try and get something to eat, drop my bag off at the cabin, try and get some lunch somewhere. Hopefully the buffet's open. Don't think it's gonna be, but that's okay, we'll see. It's so nice coming back to a clean cabin. My cabin is nice and clean. Housekeeper's still working. They were working when I left this morning. Be kind to the crew. Be kind to everybody. I'm actually going to try and get a table at Oceans. It shouldn't be too busy because I expect a lot of people are still off the ship. It is now 3:40, so people start coming back gradually. But let's try and go to the Irish bar. Got a table with a view. I have the same server, Prince. I had him last night in Aqua. He's really kind. I just spoke to him a little bit, but yeah, it's empty in here. So there must be a lot of people still trying to come back to the ship. But yeah, it's going to be a struggle because the winds are going to get worse. Smoked barbecue wings. Fish and chips. Apple pie. Back in the cabin now. It is 4:30. The next thing that I want to do on the schedule is the solo meetup at 5:30. The show tonight is a Broadway singer, which not really my thing, but I'll probably check it out for a little bit. That's at 7 and 9. There's a quiz game show at 8. There's so much live music. There's always stuff going on. Anyway, time to relax for an hour, take a shower, and get ready for tonight. Day 3 outfit is space t-shirt, grey sweatpants, and black and white Nikes. Let's go. I was relaxing for a lot longer than I expected. It's already 6:15, so I'm going to go straight to trivia because I missed the solo meeting at 5:30. I was tired. I did a lot of walking today, but that's okay. Let's go to trivia. I went for the casual look today. The good thing about Norwegian is there's no expectation to dress a certain way or anything, and they have freestyle dining, so you go to dinner whenever you want to, which is going to be later.
The bonus for 3 points. The answers. Let's check the score now. Let's check the score.
I got 14 out of 20. Norwegian Cruise Line trivias are very difficult. Time to go to the show. There's not many better views in the world than this. Looks like the Mediterranean or something. That is Ireland.
We've made a start, now we're apart. There's nothing left for me. Maria, I just kissed a girl named Maria.
I came outside just to show you this. Look at that. You know, since I got recognized earlier, it may not seem like a big deal, but to me it is, because when I see like subscriber count and when I see like views, it's just numbers on a screen. But when I see like real people and they say they watch my videos, it's crazy. And when I read comments and they say anything really, then it makes me so happy. So please write a comment, tell me what you think about this cruise so far. It's been amazing so far. It's been so much fun and it's just getting started. The next 5 days are port days and I'm so excited. I hope that you want to watch more, and look at this view one more time. The sun is just hiding behind those small clouds. Welcome to a late dinner at the Venetian dining room. Today's starter was a bruschetta. The main course was a barbecue mixed grill, and the dessert was a brownie s'mores. Delicious. That was the Beatles tribute band. It's impossible to listen to Beatles music without being in a good mood. That was so much fun. My dinner today was amazing. I think the mixed grill was the best dinner that I've had since I've been on board. It was so good. It's been another great day here on the Norwegian Dawn. I just want to say what I said earlier again. Every single person on this cruise is just a little bit lucky to be on a cruise right now. So things are going to go wrong. That's okay. You just got to roll with it. You got to take your time and you just got to make the most of it. Stuff goes wrong, can't control it, but life goes on. Had a great day in Dublin today. Hope that you enjoyed the Guinness factory. Had a great day. Look what I picked up. So I got a bronze. It says Latitude Rewards bronze, and I got a silver. So of course this is the Norwegian Cruise Line loyalty program, and this is my third Norwegian cruise, so you get a point for every day. And I think you need 20 days, 20 points to be silver. So I'm silver now. And at the end of this cruise, I think I'll be at 33 days. You need to get to 40 to be gold. So I'm going to get gold very soon, hopefully, because I want to keep cruising. So hope you enjoyed this day. Thank you so much for the channel members for supporting me in that way. I had a great day. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. And I don't take anything for granted because I know how lucky I am. I hope that you enjoyed today. I hope that you're enjoying this series. Write a comment, tell me what you think, and subscribe if you want to see the next 6 days, because we're not even halfway through this cruise yet. Tomorrow we're in Cork Island. So we're still in Ireland. We're in the south of Ireland called Cork, and I'm excited. It's a new place for me. We're going to get off the ship early tomorrow morning and check it out, see what we can find, and I'm sure it's going to be a great day. So thank you so much for watching this one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, good night.